does the Gawain or the Pearl Poet begin the romance? So how does he start it out? With a run-on sentence. Awesome. Love it. Little bit more specific. Historical references. Really, we would call them classical references, even though I hear what that's great what you're saying. They are being treated as historical references. They are classical allusions. They're classical references. He's talking about Troy and Aeneas. Those are all Greek mythology. There is the legend of Felix Brutus, or Felix Brutus, as he is called, who was the legendary founder of Logres, or of Britain, of England at the time. So yeah, and then very good. Yeah, the actual story begins at the Christmas feast. Very good. So so yes, you're right. How does it begin? But how does he begin the romance? How does he begin the actual poem? With these classical references. All right, and he goes through quite a few, and hopefully if you were paying attention to the study guide, it kind of broke down for you who those people were. Again, these are, legendary, fictitious, not necessarily to them. To the writer is treating them as history. Very good. All right. So, and then the actual story begins at Christmas time, which is one of my next questions, which I'm going to ask you, how might that be significant? The story begins at Christmas time. There's mention of Yule. There is mention of just these Christmas festivities, right? This feast that's going on. We have the mysterious guest. Okay, so interesting, full of joy and mirth. Very good. All right, it demonstrates Christianity's influence. Okay, very good. What did we learn about Michaelmas and this time of the year that is happening? What other influence still today is right there with Christmas? What other influences right around the same time? How do you know? Okay, the new year. Yep, that's good. Hanukkah. Okay, so maybe you guys don't know this. So I'll explain. But basically, Christmas, at the time of year that it is celebrated, and in many ways that it is celebrated, with the cutting down of a Christmas tree, the holly bough, the putting up holly, mistletoe, a lot of these things were pagan rituals, pagan influence. There, Gerald just got it. Okay, these were pagan things. So did I tell you guys my Christmas tree story, that I went to a Christmas tree lot to buy a Christmas tree? Did I ever tell you the story? I don't want to bore you. Okay, those of you obviously who never had a class with me wouldn't know this, but just a quick story. My husband and I went, and we were like, we don't want to just like go to Home Depot and buy a tree. We want to have the real Christmas tree, pick out your Christmas tree experience. So we went to this Christmas tree lot. And we were having so much fun, and it was a cold night, which is rare in Florida. So it was so nice, and we had some hot chocolate, and we were walking around just really enjoying the experience. And I went up to buy my Christmas tree to pay for it. And this very odd man who owned, let me just emphasize this, he owned the Christmas tree lot. Okay, everybody with me here? He owned the Christmas tree lot. So as I'm purchasing it, he informs me, just FYI, that he does not believe in putting a Christmas tree up. He believes it is a pagan symbol, and that people shouldn't do it. So I said, excuse me, sir, don't you own this Christmas tree lot? And he said, well, the Lord understands I have to make a living. Alrighty then. So put a little damper on my evening. I kind of felt a little condemned, like, he was judging me. But then I thought, I guess I can't really feel bad about being judged by a guy who is, who owns a Christmas tree lot but doesn't believe, he thinks it's wrong. Okay, anyway, yeah, you get the idea. It was bizarre. But this struggle, this tension is real.